Okay, looks like we live. Hope everybody's having a great day today. If you are not familiar with who I am, my name is Ryan McCrary. I'm the CEO and founder of McCrary Financial Solutions, where we provide financial solutions through financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and digital marketing. I'm here with a great guest today. I'll bring him on in 1 second, but just let me know, number one, if you can hear me. Type down in the comments if you can hear me. Also, if you watch us on replay, type replay down in the chat. Type your name, where you're from. If you are an entrepreneur, let me know the name of your business, and you can put the link down there. I hope my brother didn't freeze already, but yeah, I did a live earlier, and I'll talk about what I talked about earlier. But today I have a great guest coming through. Got to start doing more of these interviews. Y'all know I used to do these interviews all the time, like at least once a week, bringing different people in, people I connect with, entrepreneur friends, and people that can pour into you guys, because I'm all about economic excellence in the Black community, economic excellence in the African American community, because we need to decrease the wealth gap. We need to be financially literate. We need to understand business. We need to understand what's going on. So today is no different. So I want to introduce my guest. His name is Derey Alston. He is out of Dallas, Texas. Let me just go to his bio so I can bring that up. One moment. So he is a native of Arlington, Texas. He received his degree in business administration from Hampton University. He has over 9 years of experience working in the financial services industry. He is served as a registered RIA, which is a registered investment advisor with a credible firm such as Edward Jones Investments. I used to talk to them all the time. TIAA Crest. I used to talk to them all the time. And he's a wealth management consultant working directly with high net worth individuals. And he has just published a recent book titled The Done Right Group, An American Entrepreneur Story, which is a fictional book, which we don't see too much. You know, my book is nonfiction. Most of the books I read are nonfiction, but this is a fictional book about, the Black experience and a new entrepreneur story. So without further ado, how you doing today, my brother?
What's up, my brother? I'm doing great, man. I appreciate you for having me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. I'm excited to have you here. And, definitely got to support our new authors, Black authors, people that are doing positive things, people that are doing amazing things. We got to show the support. So before we even get started, I read your, background a little bit, your bio. But before we even get started, just let people know, who you are, your background. Go just a little bit more in depth.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. Hold on, I'm getting situated here. I'm trying to get my internet straight.
Yeah, take your time, bro.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Derey Alston. I'm based out of Dallas, Texas, by way of Arlington, Texas. Like Ryan said, I spent most of my working professional career in the financial services industry, similar to you. But like you, man, I wanted to venture out into that entrepreneur grind, in that entrepreneur world, own something of my own. And yeah, man, it's been a journey. We talked a couple years ago. Now I'm sticking my way through the process. I'm still learning a lot, still growing, having my ups and downs and challenges. And a lot of that, honestly, is what pushed me to write this book. A lot of the adversity that I faced as an entrepreneur. And on the back of my book, the thing that it says here, this is my book, by the way, we'll get a little into that, but it says the term overnight success is an anomaly, meaning that it is very rare in the situation that someone becomes successful overnight. So a lot of that came from my personal experience, and I've incorporated a lot of those stories into my book. So yeah, man, I'm very much like you, man. I'm wanting to spread the word about financial literacy in the minority community with people who look like us. I want to talk about entrepreneurship, and most importantly, no matter what color you are, I want to, preach success and abundance and, living the life that we're really meant to live. That's my whole journey. And again, a lot of that is with in writing this book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about the book in a minute. But I see a few more people coming in. Do me a favor, y'all, when y'all come in, if number one, watch on replay, type replay down in the chat. But if you come in, do me a favor, drop some comments in, drop some hearts in, some likes, some shares. Please share this out so people can hear this information. This is crucial information we are talking about. Our community is at war. If you don't believe me, all you got to do is go out, get off the internet. I need you to go out into society. Go out into society and see what's happening. You will see gentrification in whatever city you live in. I see it plain and clear. You go into these banks, these corporations, I don't see many people look like us, the movers and shakers, when they're talking about real money. So that is why when you come on, do me a favor, please share, put some likes up, some hearts up, drop some comments in. You can put a question if you want to answer me, any question. People pay hundreds of dollars to consult with me. You can put down a question right now and I will answer it right on the spot. But to move forward, before we get to the book, we definitely want to talk about the book. But I want to know, what made you interested to want to go into entrepreneurship? Because this game is not for everybody. It's definitely not for the weak. But I feel like it's something that sets people that want to be entrepreneurs to go out and do that from people who don't. So what I guess made you initially want to get into entrepreneurship?
You know what? That's a tricky question to answer, because part of me always wanted to eventually work for myself, to build something on my own. But to answer your question, initially, I was at a job that I disliked.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's crazy. Right?
Yeah, I did not like being there. And I felt like you said, it's hard. It's not a weak man's game. But I was like, at least if I go out, I'm going to go out swinging and down my own terms instead of someone else's terms. So just really, I didn't like the last role that I was in. I was unhappy, man. I was unsatisfied. I was unfulfilled. I felt like I felt like I was disappointed in myself, because I just felt like I had more to give, not just to that job, but to the universe in general. And that sent me on a quest to start just reading books. I already started reading so many different books, and the common thread that I've seen as far as people becoming financially successful is entrepreneurship is the best way to do it. That's the best vehicle to kind of get you there. So that's really what led me there. The combination of wanting to own my own and just not liking the job that I was working at.
Yeah, listen, I feel the same way, and we could talk literally all day about that. Many war stories, and listen, that's a separate live in itself. Honestly, but I definitely want to talk about this book. So let people know. I told people the title, but let people know. The title. How'd you come up with that? What made you want to write this book? What made you want to do fiction? Because a lot of people. Like I said, my book's a nonfiction book. Most of the books I read, honestly, nowadays are nonfiction. But I'm definitely going to read your book. I definitely want to, read a fiction book. I haven't read fiction, in a while. But yeah, what made you do that? Write a fiction book, and just what made you just want to write a book? And what was the whole process like?
Man, the whole process was crazy, man. And this what you're looking at here was literally just over 2.5 years of work. So the process was long. I'll talk a little bit about that shortly. But what made me want to do it, probably like 10 years ago, I started reading books, man. I just really dove myself into reading a lot of books. And initially, a lot of the books that I was reading was nonfiction. It was more self-help, entrepreneurship, personal growth and development, a lot of nonfiction, just to help, build myself up and motivate myself. So those are the type of books I started reading. Similar to you, man, I started going to a lot of different conferences. One passion of mine is actually public speaking. I really want to get into becoming a professional speaker. And I heard at a seminar years ago that the ticket into that industry is writing a book. So I got to writing. And the funny thing is I went to a seminar or a conference probably like a couple of years ago when I just shortly after I had my entrepreneur grind. And I'll never forget it, because I was just overcoming a very tough defeat. I lost a bid to where I could be teaching a course that would have really taken my business to the next level, because it would have been with a program that was funded by the state of Texas. Didn't get that. ended up going to this seminar on publishing a book. And initially I started jotting down notes for a book, a nonfiction book that I wanted to write. And then he was like, I don't know where the idea came. I don't know if it was God, just the creative imagination or what it have you. But I was like, man, I want to write a TV series about some Black men becoming entrepreneurs and doing dope shit. You know, one of my favorite shows back in the day was Entourage. I don't know if y'all seen Entourage with Mark Wahlberg. He had his crew, his boys, and he just showed their lives, their ups and downs, and the thing that he went through in his particular profession was an actor. So I was like, man, I want to write a TV series or a movie. But I was like, shit, I don't know how to do a screenplay. I don't know how to write the script. So I was like, man, I could, you know, I've been doing a fair amount of writing in nonfiction, man. I used to write a lot of different stories in high school and in some parts of college. So, bro, I literally just created an outline of this story and said, you know, this is going to be a book, and hopefully one day it might get converted to a TV series. I don't know, but I just started writing, man. And 2.5 years later, I got this book. And when I just started writing the book, I was really focused on portraying Black men in a positive image. And I wanted to show that we can be successful not only in sports and entertainment, but in business. You know, as entrepreneurs, as young men, as young fathers, and sometimes we're portrayed negatively in the media. So I wanted to create an outlet to where I could portray us in, you know, a more positive image. Although we do, you know, you read the book, it does have some provocative stories, things that every, you know, young teenager, young male may go through. But again, I just wanted to show that, hey, man, we could be successful in this business and do it at a very, very high level. So that led me to writing the book, and the process, oh my goodness. Process was long, man. I learned a lot. I feel like I took a 2-year course on creative writing. That's the main reason why I wanted to write the book and how I got to this point. So it started as I wanted to do a TV series, but you know, I didn't know how to do no screenplay. But I'm gonna learn. My friend sent me a book called The Screenplay Bible, so I'm gonna pick that up. And you know, if I'm gonna do something in my craft, I'm gonna try to do it at the highest level and master it and be the best at it. So
yeah, absolutely. That's interesting. And yeah, if you're just joining in, I'm talking to Derey Alston. He is an entrepreneur out of Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas area, even though I hate the Cowboys. He just published a brand new book called The Done Right Group, an American entrepreneur story, you know, a Black fiction novel, which I honestly can't wait to read. And it's funny that you say that, like, that makes sense now that you said, you know, you originally wanted to be a movie or a TV series, but you didn't know how to do a screenplay. And this is the perfect thing because, you know, a lot of people don't realize that most of the movies that we see and that we have seen in our life, most of them came from a book, you know, or, you know, most of them came from like a play or something prior. It wasn't just a movie. Now, I definitely want to, you know, let people know first how they can get out. I did drop the link in there. So if you are interested, please get the link. Again, if you're just tuning in, I'm talking to Derey Alston. Do me a favor, y'all, share, like, put some comments down, some hearts down, share this out because, like I said, this is an important conversation we need to be having. Conversations about business, wealth, financial literacy, entrepreneurship. You don't hear these in the mainstream. I mean, maybe it's just me, you know what I'm saying, on the internet, like, yeah, absolutely. But like in the mainstream, when you're in the barbershops and you at the cookouts, when you just, you know, in your day-to-day life, I don't see enough of these conversations happening. So we definitely need to have them. Now, you know, let people know without giving everything away, you know, what exactly the book is about, a little bit of the story, and, you know, why should I be interested? Okay, you wrote a book of fiction of, okay, but why should I be interested in reading this book?
That's a great question. The book is essentially about 3 young men. It follows them from their high school years all the way up to their early 40s. 2 of the young men are cousins. Another one is a very close friend. And the book really just shows how they form a very tight bond, how they journey through America as young Black men. It shows their experiences, a lot of ups, downs, triumphs, victories, heartbreaks, wins. And it just shows how they form a tight bond, and they all essentially evolve into entrepreneurs, husbands, fathers, providers, and they're really just on their journey towards success. Each of them has a different journey. Each of them, you know, goes through things, but it just kind of shows their relationship and the things that they go through, you know, through their, and how ultimately overcome to become successful. Why you should read it? If you're into entrepreneurship, you should definitely read it. I think you will really enjoy it because it shows, the grind that you have to go through, and it shows that everybody's journey is different. Everyone's journey isn't the same. So it does have a lot of business concepts in there. Some things I probably learned from you or stole from you that I put into the book as far as marketing, how to get clients, building an email list. There's a lot of different things that in the business aspect. But the funny thing is that a lot of the business concepts don't really come into play until after halfway through the book. So like I said, another reason why I think you should read it is because I believe it's entertaining, man. I wanted to entertain the readers. I don't want to just bore them with business stuff. Me and you might be like, oh man, this is great, man. They figuring out, customer acquisition costs. Like some people might not think about investing in stocks and bonds or real estate. That might not be interested in them, but it shows them going through the life. It shows them dating, young women. It shows it has sex in there. It has drugs and alcohol. It has things that I believe most people, no matter what color you are, can relate to. And, I wanted to portray Black men in a positive image, but it shows how they interact with all different kinds of races. So it has some really good, entertaining stories in there. Again, I was inspired by Entourage. If you saw Entourage, you know that that's very provocative. If you saw The Wood, you know some of the things that they went through when they were, in high school and flash forward and back and forth. So I think that you will actually be entertained. You will enjoy the story. You will see the dating scene, how they interact with different women and manage social life and business. So I feel like it has all of that packed into, this book. That's why I think that you would enjoy it as a reader. If you're, entrepreneur or not, I think that someone can do it because some of the characters I don't want to give too much of it away, but not everyone in there is initially an entrepreneur, or not everyone in the book is an entrepreneur. Some people work regular jobs and, have regular lives, and it shows their interaction with them, their parents and the kids, family. That's important to me. Family, that's a high priority on my list. So I to incorporate all of that into this book.
Yo, that's great, man. That's great. I'm seriously excited to read it. Now I'm thinking fuck that. Let's do the movie. What we gotta do to do the movie? Seriously, man, get some money out. You know what I mean? We don't need no distribution. We don't need no Hollywood studio. I don't need Columbia Pictures. I don't need Sony. I don't need nothing. All I need is the internet.
Yeah, that's true.
The internet, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can shoot the movie. You can put it on Vimeo. You can put it on YouTube. Right. You know what I mean? You can put it on YouTube Premium, whatever the case may be. And then you have instant direct-to-consumer. You have instant distribution. I say we do it. Another thing I'm thinking about is, this book got to get out to the masses. So we're going to talk offline about the marketing. Put some money up on ads. Let's really blow this up. Let's really push this out.
Yeah, definitely have a conversation offline. Thank you.
Yeah, it's definitely you got me hyped. Seriously, I can't wait to read it. But I think that's very important because this is another thing I was thinking about while you're talking. Like you said, we don't see that many stories that relate to us. You know what I'm saying? Even me growing up, thinking about it, all my favorite movies like the Goodfellas, Godfather, Carlito's Way. I can go on and on and on. I love all those type movies. You know what I'm saying? But most of them didn't relate to us. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people that didn't look like us, and even the other ones that we love, like the Menace Society, Boys in the Hood, all them. But
but it's not. Yeah, that's what it's showing. Drug dealing, killing. You know what I'm saying? Some gangster shit, which is cool. Friday smoking weed. Being funny, smoking weed, doing all this crazy shit, which I love a good comedy. I love those movies you just mentioned, but this shows us in a different light, especially with the amount of success that I'm pumping into this, man. That's what I really wanted to do.
All right, so Tamika says, is there an electronic version?
The digital version, not yet. I'm going to have the digital version on Amazon by the end of next week. That's a promise. By the end of next week, I had a digital version on Amazon. And yeah, we can definitely get that to you. I'm just working on a formatting. That was part of the process, was this formatting, which is crazy. You probably went through some of that, but just the whole formatting process.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm working on getting that digital version.
Yeah, you're right. Because when I did my book, it's on Kindle and all that, but it ain't formatted the way it should be. They said that once I put it on there, but at that point I was like, all right, whatever, just keep it. So I should update it. I still get a few orders on Kindle, But that is definitely something that I've seen that the format is definitely different. So you just gotta check that. But Tamika, it will be available, and I said by next week. So go on Amazon, you can type the name of the book and you can type his name in, whatever the case may be, or you can contact him directly. You can give people your contact information before we leave. To do that. She said, all right, cool, thank you. Yes, so we'll get you that. But in the meantime, you should just go in and buy a copy of the paperback. You know what I mean? Get yourself one of them copies. Put the link down. I'm trying to pin the link to the top.
Hey, man, the first people to go in there, the first 3 people to go in there, if they buy one on this live feed today, they're going to get an extra copy for free. Just FYI. Yeah. I just thought about that right now.
Yeah, I said, he didn't even tell me about that.
I just thought about that now. Right now, you know what I'm saying? First 3 people that end up coming through on my website, I'm going to send them 2 copies.
So y'all got to go in there. I'm about to go get my 2 copies first. So that means only 2 more spots. So go on there right now. I'll put the link in there so you can get it. All right, cool. All right, so yeah. So moving on. So what are your thoughts? I want you to go a little bit deeper on your thoughts on the images that we've seen growing up. Like I said, listen, I love those movies. You know what I mean? I love the Fridays and the Menace and the New Jack City. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna front. I still love the movies. But at the same time, seeing it now in hindsight, I see the type of image that, we were being presented. I seen, honestly, personally, how that took effect on my life and, just growing up and trying to, do things, and how media has, definitely influenced me, music as well. So I guess, what are your thoughts more on that? And just like me, I had a shift as well. What was that shift like? And I also want you to talk about, working in the financial markets and stuff like that, like how that changed your life compared to most of the people who don't get a chance to experience that.
Yeah, absolutely. So just to answer your first question, how, some young men are portrayed in the media, I honestly, Ryan, and I guess I'm woke now. Is that what people saying?
Right, yeah, right. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, I didn't really start paying a lot of attention to that until probably around, 5-6 years ago, when I did have that shift, that mindset shift. I was like, man, and I see how I recognize how it was influencing me, to the type of music I listened to what I thought I considered success, which was some flashy stuff, cars, jewelry, women, all of that. That's what I thought, because that's what I see, and that's what you still see a lot of on Instagram, man.
Right. But
back in 14 and 15, I just made that shift, man. I shifted my mindset to a wealthy mindset, to that of abundance, and I've always wanted to help people look like me, brown skin people. So that was like, man, we need to start creating more businesses. We need to start shaping the image more so ourselves, instead of letting the media dictate the image that they put out. We can change the narrative. And I've seen a lot of people that are starting to change that narrative. So I wanted to contribute to that, like yourself doing that. Nipsey Hussle was talking about that, T.I. is back on this social justice and about, like you said, building, buying back the block, what they say about the gentrification. So that inspired me. Seeing young other entrepreneurs like yourself is really what inspired me and helped me to say, hey, man, we can't always blame the media. Yeah, they do have a lot of control on what they put out there, but we got to start creating more stories internally for people to talk about, and creating platforms like yourself to where we can create the narrative and put out what we want to put out. And that's why you touched on it earlier about the philosophy of direct to consumer. This book, you know what I'm saying? I could put this literature out, and Amazon makes it real easy to where you can publish it and distribute it direct to the consumer. So I'm just trying to do my part, my brother, to push the wave, to build this generational wealth so we can pass it on. You know what I'm saying? I was watching tennis the other day, watching Coco Gauff, the young 15-year-old phenom, and she was saying she looked up to Serena Williams. She saw a black girl on TV doing something that she wanted to do. So I want to portray this image, that for someone who may come after us and say, hey, man, I want to write a book, man. I want to get into professional speaking. I want to be an entrepreneur, man. I want to be a digital social entrepreneur. I want to do this, and I've seen this possible because my jump shot ain't that good. So I want to do something else. So that's the whole, I'm just trying to jump on the wave, man, and do my part to contribute. And it's been great to make that transition, and coming from the financial services industry, that also, you asked me about that, that also played a role in it, because you don't see a lot of brown-skinned men in that industry either. You don't see a lot of it. But I've saw a few, and I've seen people that have become successful in that industry, despite their background or their color. So that really enlightened me just to this whole investing world. Because you said things that we grew up that we're influenced by. I didn't grow up, hearing about the stock market. I probably didn't even know really about the stock market until after high school. Which that's after high school, like what? And it's a white kid at my school who's investing in stocks at 15 and 16. But I didn't know about that. So that financial services just really opened my world to a whole nother way to really create incomes, create wealth, and ultimately become an asset that can really help you. I saw a lot of people, black and white, most people, who didn't have a lot of money saved for retirement. That's most people. It's only a small percentage of people that's wealthy. So there's a lot of white people who are living paycheck to paycheck just like us and working in the financial services industry. I saw that. So I said, shit, no matter what color you are, you better start investing and saving wisely. And a lot of that I also put into this book. You best believe I put that into this book. So you're going to hear about a Roth IRA and these young men investing at an early age, which luckily for me, I made my first stock purchase when I was 23. I wish I still had that Walmart and that DR Horton, because I'll let that shit. I got it in 2008. That's when I graduated. So everything was on sale. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got all these stock like for the low. So yeah, man, that really played. Just being in the industry just opened my eyes. Really, it was just an eye opener, because I didn't know about that world, and it is so much money out there in between these financial companies. It's like they just
right. Seriously.
And honestly, when I think of it, I think of what's that movie? Not Coming to America, Trading Places.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right.
Like, man, it don't matter if their money go up or down, we still get paid.
Right.
Yeah, so that was just another aspect that I learned. I was like, wow, it really don't matter if your portfolio go up or down. These brokers and financial houses, as long as they got the assets under management, they getting paid.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to say congratulations to Tamika. She just purchased her copy. Can't wait to read it.
You getting 2 copies to Tamika. If he was in that first 2, she probably was. I appreciate the support, darling. I really do. I'm going to sign it for you and send some love and positive energy and abundance your way.
Absolutely. All right. Shout out to my man, Steve. Checking in from Gilroy, California, USA. What's good? Yeah, that's my main man out in the Bay Area. Steve, let me know if you got the book that I sent you. Hope you get a chance to read it. Let me know what you think. So again, if you just tuned in, I'm talking to Derey Alston. He is out of Dallas, Fort Worth area. He is an entrepreneur. He has a new book called The Done Right Group. Great fiction novel about young brothers coming up, ultimately becoming successful with all the challenges and everything that they had to go through. If you want to get a copy, you can put the link down there. When y'all come in again, if you watch this on replay, type replay down just so I know you watch it. Type your name and where you're from. Also share this, put some hearts up. Please drop some more comments in. That boosts the algorithm so more people can see this. We're definitely having a great conversation. But just a few more questions before we wrap and let him get back to his very busy schedule. So there's a couple things you're talking about that were definitely important. The first thing I want to talk about, we'll go back into the the money and I done seen millions and millions in dollars, it's like crazy stuff that you see working with financial companies, shit'll blow your mind. And we're gonna talk about that in a second. But you was talking about the direct-to-consumer publishing and Amazon stuff like that, which is great. That's why we definitely gotta celebrate you. We gotta celebrate these type of people because he actually went out and did it. How many of y'all got books in your head, even books on your computer that y'all still ain't even published and put out?
Yeah.
Let me know, y'all. Seriously, let me know how many of y'all got books in your head, in your mind, on your computer, or written down in your notepad like old school, but you ain't never put it out.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is people come to me all the time, listen, because they know I got a book out, put it out, whatever the case may be. And people come to me all the time like, I want to do a book.
Yeah, that's happened to me too.
Yo, I know it happens. That's what I'm saying. Yo, well, I want to do it. Seriously. Can you help me put it out? What I got to do this? And I'm like, yo, bro, or sis, whoever, this shit is fucking so easy. Like you have no idea. Like I did my book through Create Space, which is through Amazon. Now it's called like KDP.
Kindle Direct Publishing.
Yeah, Kindle Direct Publishing. They changed it a little bit, but like literally, this is I'm gonna tell you the process. Number one, it's free. It didn't cost me anything to publish. Yeah, I had to get an editor, I had to get cover design, I had to get all that stuff done. But to actually publish a book, it does not cost any money. It does not cost anything. So number one, it don't cost anything. Number two, all you do is upload your documents. You upload your cover, PDF file. You upload your body, of your book. Make sure it's formatted and edited correctly. You buy an ISBN number. That may cost you $100. You put your title in, whatever title you want it to be.
That's important, by the way, the ISBN number. A lot of people might overlook that because Amazon will give you one for free. That's just an FYI. I had to do my research on that, but my bad. I ain't want to interrupt you.
It's all good. Yeah, it's all good.
That's about ownership.
Exactly. That's important. I'm glad that you said that because that's something that when I first published my book, I ain't know shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm calling Amazon Create Space like, what's this ISBN number? Like, how do I get it? They're like, yeah, well, we can give you one or whatever, or you can buy your own. It's $100. I'm gonna buy my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's $100 to do that. You upload your interior, you upload your cover, you put the name of your book, your ISBN number, and within 24 hours, your book is on Amazon. Within 24 hours, your book is on Amazon. So all the authors that got books in your head or your notepad, on your computer in your Word document, go out and put it out because it doesn't cost anything and it's easy to do. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely easy to do. Now, I also want to talk about, absolutely. And I also want to talk about, working in these financial companies. Because listen, the company I work for a company, Vanguard, one of the biggest mutual fund companies in the world. Like, I didn't see some shit. Like, seriously, like talking to people like, oh, I want to put in $200,000 today in this account. Like, how do I do it? Like just $200,000 of cash into that account. You know what I'm saying? Like people call in like, you won't get your own broker unless you have at least $1 million in assets. Like at least $1 million. And 99% of the people I talk to, I could tell were not African American. No disrespect, but like you said though, Americans in general aren't good at finances, aren't good at saving. But what's your thoughts on like the publisher? I know people come to you all the time, and also like give people just a little insight of what you can on like what it's actually like working for these companies and being immersed into like that much wealth that the everyday American, black or white or whatever color you are, don't know nothing about.
Man, it's interesting. It's really, really interesting. But as far as publishing your book, yes, please publish your book. Put it out there, man. If I could do it, you can definitely do it. You might come across a few hurdles, but it's nothing that you can't overcome. I promise you. Definitely push your story out, man, because like Ron said, it's easy. But just being immersed in that, and now I'm in a really different environment to where I'm in a client-facing position. So I'm literally shaking hands with multimillionaires, and I'm in the area that I'm in. Like if you see the area that I'm in, it's a fairly well-off area. This is Dallas, Texas. Companies are fleeing to Dallas, Texas in general, in particular Dallas. So everywhere I'm just, like you said, immersed in it. I'm in it. It's so lively and vibrant. And for me, honestly, it motivates me. I feel like it's good to be around that. I feel because it'll rub off on you. Seriously, you get the chance to see how some of these people think. You get to see some of their investing philosophies, their strategies on what they're doing. Every time I see a multi-million-dollar client, I'm seeing what they're invested in. Like, what are they investing in? Because this is things that a lot of people, like you said, we don't see every day. So, man, for me, it's just really been motivating, inspiring, and it pushes you to want to get there, to get to this level to where these people are walking in this Starbucks right here behind me, and they got on tailor-made suits, and you can tell the linen is not off the rack. So it really motivates me. I want to see more people that look like us, but you do see a few out here, and that's motivating in itself. So that's something that I want to highlight, and I want to try to emulate. So I, share the love, spread their wealth. With people who may not be as privy to that, who may not, get to see this type of stuff every day. So it's really been a great experience for me, man.
Absolutely. Okay, so we got Raven in the comments. Raven, how are you doing?
Up,
Dallas, she's from Dallas as well.
Hey, what's up, D-Town?
Well, Raven is a great person, a great human being. If you need any type of trademark, anything legal, you need to holler her. She's in your city. Y'all can definitely connect. You know what I'm saying? If you need
Right
any type of legal stuff, she is definitely the one to go to. My man Steve in there. Y'all probably looking like, who's Steve? No, Leroy. But that's my man Steve. He said he definitely got my book. He's on chapter 4. Thanks, it's fire. Yes. Do me a favor, bro. When you get done, go on Amazon and write a review. If you get a chance, you know what I'm saying? If you don't get a chance, it's all good. But if you get a chance when you're done, go on Amazon, write a review. Or anybody that reads my book or the Ray's book, make sure y'all go on Amazon and write them reviews, because that's how we get more sales on Amazon. That's how it boosts the rankings and stuff like that. So make sure you do that. You know, if you get a chance. And, you know, so again, I'm talking to Derey Alston. He is a brand new author. His book is called The Done Right Group. It's a fictional book about African Americans growing up and becoming successful, but going through some challenges, and just a story that we need to tell. A story that we need to tell from our perspective. Like I told him earlier, he's gonna turn this into a movie, TV show, whatever the case may be, because we have instant direct-to-consumer distribution. Instant direct-to-consumer distribution. If you follow me, if you listen to me, you know I talk about that a lot. And y'all might get tired of me talking about it, but I can't emphasize on it enough, because even myself, we don't do it enough. Like, we don't do it enough, seriously. But
and I do want to say something, Ryan. Although it is a fiction novel, a lot of it is inspired by true events. A lot of it, like these 3 main characters, I probably took, just to give you guys a little insight, some live experiences from 5 or 6 different people and kind of incorporate them into this story. So a lot of the things that you read, some of it really did happen. Not everything, obviously I use my imagination, but it is inspired by true events. And some of my friends have already read it, like, oh, I remember that shit in high school when, you know, such and such did this or that or that. Or, oh yeah, he did play football there. I remember he was, you know, beating boys' ass and shit like that. So it is inspired by true events, man. It does have some stories in there that really did happen. I'll let y'all figure out what you want.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Like, this brother gonna be like the best man. Like, y'all gonna be reading books like, oh, that happened. Like, you talking about like, oh, you trying to put that cat like, oh, that's supposed to be me, and I'm supposed to be Jordan. Like, oh, okay, that's what you're doing. Yeah. I'm glad you said that though. That's very important.
Yeah. So artist, I gotta use my experiences, man, to put into my work, just like a real artist does, you know. They're truthful about it. They use their things that's in their environment, things that they see, and they put it into, whether that's their artwork on the canvas, over a microphone, you know, or in a book, man. It's one of the fine arts, man. We art. And keep in mind that I'm sensitive about my shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of y'all might not get that.
Yep. So yeah, man. Well, I definitely want to thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing this information. Shout out to everybody who already got their copy. Like you said, the first 3 people who gets a copy, he will give you 2 copies, 2 signed copies. So go in there. I put the link down there. I'm trying to pin the link to the top, so people watching on replay, you can go and get it. But definitely had a great conversation, bro. Definitely got to bring you back. But, you know, get the last word, and then we can, you know, take it on out of here.
Hey, man. First off, I appreciate you, my brother, for having me on, man. It's always good to link up with you, to collab with you, man. I love what you're doing, man. Like I said, you've inspired me. Anyone who's out there who is wanting to become successful, is working toward that, you inspire me. That's what this book is about. It's ultimately about success, overcoming adversity, overcoming failures, and using those failures and obstacles as stepping stones to get to a successful place, and not just, you know, mediocrity. You know, you talk about that, man. We want to reach a high level of success, a high level of abundance, because it's plenty out here for everyone to become successful in something that they enjoy doing, that they love doing. So that's why I wanted to write this book, to put that story out there to inspire anyone, but especially my entrepreneurs who are wanting to build a business, to build wealth, Black success, Black excellence, man. That's what I'm all about, man. A lot of that is in this book, man. I appreciate you. Y'all go get it. It's on Amazon. It's on my website. The digital version will be up by next week, man. That's my word.
All right. Say no more. So thank you again, brother, for coming on. So go in there, get his book. Again, if you don't know who I am, if you see this and, you know, it's your first time seeing me, I'm Ryan McCrary. I own McCrary Financial Solutions, where we provide financial solutions through financial literacy, entrepreneurship, digital marketing. Feel free to connect with us on social media or email, Instagram, whatever the case may be. Had a great conversation. We'll be back soon with another interview, you know, with my bad. Another interview with a great guest coming on here. But thank you, brother. And give him the website one more time before we get out of here.
What'd you say?
I said, give him the website one more time before we get out of here.
Yeah, man. My website is the Alston. That's ALSTON collab.com, because I do want to collab with like-minded individuals. That's the AlstonCollab.com / the right group. If you want to pick that up, it is definitely on Amazon as well. If you want to connect with me on social media, that's my handle as well, the Alston Collab. I would love to connect with you, talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Be inspired, talk business. It's on Amazon too. I prefer you get it from my site, man, but I just want you to read it. Please read it, man, and write that review. Thanks again, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you, man. So y'all have a great day.